Today, I am going to look into Andrew Tate's The Real World, and I speak having been a member of the platform for about a year and a half now. In this video, I want to give you a detailed take on it because if you're watching this, you've probably seen a ton of flashy promo clips and a lot of drama around Andrew Tate himself. I hope you will then be informed enough to decide whether it is worthwhile for you. Before we dive in, if you're tired of the hype and want a real, proven way to make money online, or leave a link below to the #1 business I recommend after 15 years of testing what actually works. Now, let's get back to our review. I should start by saying that yes, The Real World is legit. It's not a scam. You do get access to actual lessons, instructors, and a structured learning environment. Whether it's worth your money depends on your goals, your budget, and how much effort you're willing to put in. The Real World, in essence, is Andrew Tate's rebrand of what used to be Hustlers University. It got shut down for a while when Andrew Tate was deplatformed across social media in late 2022. So he relaunched everything under this new name, with a new infrastructure that he and his team fully control. As for the platform itself, when you join, you're dropped into an immersive online portal that looks and feels like Discord, but is actually Discord. It comprises campuses, which are basically focused learning tracks for things like crypto, stocks, e-commerce, copywriting, content creation, social media marketing, and more. Each campus has its own instructor, who they call a professor, and you go through a series of lessons, exercises, and quizzes to progress. Now, unlike a traditional school where you follow a schedule, the Real World is very much self-directed. That can be both good and bad. Good if you're self-motivated and want to fast-track your learning. Bad if you're someone who needs constant hand-holding. As for the content itself, I think it is mostly decent. I've done a lot of online courses over the years, and I'd say The Real World holds up in terms of production quality and actual usefulness. For example, the copywriting campus is surprisingly practical. It breaks down psychology, how to structure persuasive writing, and even how to pitch and land clients. Same goes for the e-commerce and social media campuses. They show you how to identify products, run ads, build a store, find clients. I am biased in saying this, but some campuses are more useful than others, and your outlook will probably be different. As for the professors, I don't know if they've all made millions like they claim, but the ones I interacted with clearly know what they're talking about. They don't just disappear after dropping a video because most are active in chats, answering questions and checking in. That's one of the strongest parts of this whole thing. You're not just left on your own. Now let's talk about the community, because that's huge. Inside the Real World, you're surrounded by thousands of people who are all focused on leveling up financially and mentally. That energy is contagious. You see people sharing small wins, posting income screenshots, asking questions, and getting feedback. It makes you want to push harder. That alone can be worth the price of admission if you thrive in a driven environment. The price for it is $49 per month. Another thing that's worth mentioning is how the courses are locked in a linear way. You can't skip ahead, you have to complete lessons and get quiz answers right before moving forward. While it keeps you accountable, it can be frustrating if you're trying to jump around and just get to the good stuff. Now let's talk downsides, because there are a few. First, the layout isn't great. The interface can feel clunky, especially when you're trying to find specific lessons or backtrack. There's a lot of scrolling involved. Sometimes I feel like I'm spending more time navigating than learning. This is not a deal breaker, but definitely annoying. Second, there's almost too much information. It's like walking into a buffet with 15 different cuisines and you can't decide which is which. That's how I felt early on. I jumped between copywriting, crypto, and e-commerce, and didn't make any serious progress in any of them until I forced myself to pick one and stick with it. There is also no refund policy. Once you pay, that's it. You can cancel future payments, but you won't get your money back if you don't like it. As for the whole Andrew Tate part of this look, it's not really about him. He built the system, sure, but he's not in the courses teaching you. You'll see his name and face all over the place, but the lessons themselves are handled by other instructors. If you are worried this is going to be some kind of non-stop Tate monologue, it's not. You can basically use the platform without engaging with him at all. As I close, the real world is legit. It is an education platform, and if you stay consistent, it can definitely point you in the right direction. However, it's not for everyone. For example, if you hate Andrew Tate and everything he stands for, this probably isn't going to change your mind. Thanks for watching. If you're serious about building a real online business, check out my #1 recommendation in the description below. It's the best system I've found after 15 years of testing everything out there. You don't want to miss it. If you want more breakdowns like these, subscribe to my channel for regular updates.